kept my eyes on the road. Selling my mother's potions and buying fresh linen.
You know we carry linen in the store, and we would have bought her potions. Why didn't you come to us?
I stopped in my tracks and looked up at him. Tomas was an adequate-looking boy, and many of the girls in the village would have given anything to have his attention, my sister, Marguerite, included. In fact, I knew many found him quite attractive. At nearly 6 feet tall, he was taller than most men in the village. His light blonde hair and pale blue eyes matched his pale complexion that resulted from spending most of his time in his father's store, and which explained his current breathlessness from running to catch up with me. But I wondered if it was his looks that drew the girls, or the fact that his father was the second richest man in town. His money meant nothing to me. Because your father would have given me half the worth of the potions, which means I can't afford to buy linen in your store, Tomas. His eyes lit up with excitement. This was his chance to play hero.
Charlotte,
he said softly, reaching for my hand and holding it tenderly in both of his.
You only need ask, and I can get you a discount.
I snatched my hand back. Even if you gave me a discount, it wouldn't do me any good. Mama has extended her line of credit too far. Your father says we have to pay off the bill before he'll sell us anything else. Tomas frowned, and his eyes pleaded with mine.
I'll talk to him. I can't have you putting your life in danger.
I wasn't in danger. I had obsidian. As though hearing his name, my raven released a soft cry and circled overhead. Tomas took a step back, eyeing the bird cautiously as it flew in wide arcs around us, then landed on the leather pad strapped to my shoulder. I reached up and rubbed the bird's head. Did you have a good hunt, Obsidian? The bird bobbed his head. Tomas watched my raven, eyes wide with fear. Obsidian was just one more of my many peculiarities. The bird shifted his feet on his perch and watched Tomas, who looked like he was about to poop his pants.
Did it really go hunting?
He asked. He has to eat, doesn't he? I dropped my hand and adjusted the strap of the bag on my other side. The weight of my raven had shifted it.
Charlotte, people think your bird is possessed with evil.
Possessed with evil? I scoffed. But this wasn't news to me. Ravens were seen as a bad omen, the foreboding of death and evil things. The fact that one lived outside a small house at the south edge of their village made them nervous. Obsidian's a bird. There's nothing evil about that.
But he talks, Charlotte. Many people think he's full of dark magic.
I burst out laughing. Dark magic? You talk. Are you filled with dark magic, Tomas?
No, of course not. I'm not a bird.
I shrugged. I hear the king in Hulan has brightly colored talking birds called parrots.
That's nonsense. Birds don't talk.
I cocked my head. Obsidian does, when he feels like it. Which wasn't very often, but often enough to make people nervous.
Which is exactly my point. It's not natural.
I groaned. There's no such thing as magic. My bird is not evil. There are no fairies in the woods. We live in the hell of this world until we begin our hell in the afterlife.
Charlotte,
Tomas exclaimed.
You can't say such things.
Why not? I asked. Can you prove otherwise? Boisterous and rowdy voices caught my attention, and I glanced to the end of the road to see 4 of Bartow the trapper's 5 sons heading out of the woods. My stomach twisted, and tingles shot through my insides. Everyone in the village, and even several outside villages, knew Bartow's sons. Rowan, the oldest, was 4 years older than me. His mother had died during childbirth, and his new stepmother had given birth to his younger brother, Stefan, only 7 months later. Tongues had wagged, some claiming Rowan's mother had died of a broken heart. My mother, the town's healer, said that was poppycock. She died because Rowan had been breech. Whatever the reason, her death had left a permanent scar on his heart. Rowan had always been dark and brooding, but Stefan was his exact opposite, cheerful and light-hearted. Stefan's mother gave birth to another son a year later. Trip was reserved and had a quiet intensity that made a lot of people nervous. He was the smartest of all the brothers and loved to read. Rumor had it that he owned over 100 books. He and Stefan were close, even if they were as opposite as night and day. Then 2 years later, Stefan and Trip's mother died shortly after giving birth to twins, Jamie and Kit. Kit was the youngest, and my mother had